Have you ever made a promise you weren't sure you could keep? Let me tell you about a young boy named Evan, whose promise took him on an unforgettable journey. Evan's grandmother was very sick. One afternoon, holding a sealed letter, she made a heartfelt request. "Evan, please, take this to my old friend in the next village. It's more important than you know." Evan, seeing the hope in her eyes, promised he would deliver it no matter what. His journey began with a spring in his step, but the road was long and winding. Soon, a wealthy merchant in a fancy carriage pulled up beside him. "Young man," the merchant said, eyeing the letter, "I'll give you this shiny gold coin to run an errand for me instead. It's much quicker, and you'll be rich." Evan looked at the coin, gleaming in the sun. It was more money than he had ever seen. For a moment, he hesitated. The easy path was so tempting, but then he remembered his grandmother's frail hand and the trust in her eyes. "No, thank you, sir," Evan replied firmly. "I've made a promise." The merchant scoffed and rode off, leaving Evan alone on the dusty road. Just as he thought the worst was over, the sky turned dark, and a heavy rain began to fall. Drenched and shivering, he sought shelter under a large oak tree. Later, as he trudged on, two shadowy figures tried to snatch his bag, but Evan clutched it tight and ran as fast as his tired legs could carry him. He was exhausted, hungry, and his spirit was beginning to fade. He wanted to give up, to turn back, but the image of his grandmother's face kept him going. He knew that keeping his word was the only thing that mattered. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, Evan arrived at the village and found the small cottage. He handed the letter to a kind-faced old woman. As she read it, tears of joy streamed down her face. She looked at Evan and said, "Your grandmother wrote that she was sending me the most valuable thing she possessed, a grandson with a heart full of integrity in Tatmom." And Evan understood. The gold coin would have been spent and forgotten, but the feeling of honoring his promise, of being trusted, was a treasure that would last a lifetime. True wealth isn't what you have, but the person you become. Thank you so much for watching. If this story touched your heart, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content that inspires. See you next time.